basically what we're doing today is especially important, isn't it? So if you've got access to social networks, if you Twitter, if you Facebook, if you've got blogs, if you do any kind of a website, if there's any journalists in there, let's talk about it, because it's actually really, really important. Let's hope that these young people that we're seeing today aren't the only ones in Britain that are making use of all this technology. And with that, I think we're ready to welcome our final gang onto the stage from Stoke-on-Trent. It's Packmoor Primary School, Freya, Joshua, George and Megan.
Hi, we are from Packmoor Primary School in Stoke-on-Trent, and we are going to tell you how we have fun using the mobile devices to learn with.
We have Asus mini laptops and Vice. We have all sorts of devices in our school to help us learn. We have Asus mini laptops and Vice, which we all love to use.
We also have a set of smartphones. They are small and portable, and our teacher doesn't mind if we take them outside. She lets us take them anywhere around school we like.
We had a few problems at first. We could not get onto the internet, so we began to look at what we could do with the phones without using the World Wide Web. We looked at using our phones to record what we were doing, so we made a project out of using all the different camera modes.
Our phone has several modes, including the burst mode, which means we can take lots of pictures one after the other. We've found it very useful to capture the action when we were doing our sports activities.
We also use some preset templates to make us look like we were in a magazine. We learned how to use the panoramic mode. You can set the camera to take up to 6 pictures. We just use 3. If you are very careful and line up the pictures as you take them, they merge into each other. We weren't very good at this at first, as you can see. Sometimes you get a few extra legs in, but we don't mind.
We got a bit carried away with the panoramas when we realised we could trick the camera into taking a photo of us in 3 different places doing 3 different things in the same picture. How good is that? So for our space topic, we took our cameras and made some great panoramas. On our trip to Jodrell Bank, just look at these.
We used our phones to record lots of activities we have done, and our teacher lets us use a program called My Mobiler. This puts our phone screen up on the whiteboard to show our class our work and how we did it.
After the trip, we started to use our phones everywhere. In English, we used them to interview each other and for role play, where we pretended we were other people and acted out.
Some of us, who don't like writing, use them to say what we wanted to write to our teachers instead of using talking tins.
In science, we all started to photograph our investigations. We used them to record sharing our results with Year 2. We used the burst modes like a time-lapse to capture melting ice, microorganisms, growing plants, and we are now looking at video speed investigations with frictional RAM.
In DT, we took pictures of making our photo frames and also recorded our projects about jitterbugs. In art, we went around the school environment and took pictures. Then we made a piece of environmental artwork on those pictures. In music, we recorded a space music composition and played it back to evaluate it. In geography, we used them for mapping skills and explored the school grounds with GPS. And in history, we did role play and also took photos so that we could use them in our work and on the board. Our theme this term is World War II.
For our tour of Stoke-on-Trent, we used Wild Knowledge. We learned to geo-reference map and add personal interest points. This is what we did. We used an old map and clicked on it to add a form to record our data.
We had a quiz for each town in the Potteries, and to answer it, we could go straight onto the internet. It was so good when we got onto the potteries.org site. It has loads of information all about the history of Stoke-on-Trent.
We found out that Arnold Bennett's novel, Anna of the Five Towns, missed out Fenton Town because he did not like the way the title Anna of the Six Towns sounded. And so most people think there are only 5 towns, but in fact there are 6. We learned how to answer a picture or video question and attach it to our form. We also learned how to record a sound file.
With our phones, we went to every town hall. Here is a map of our trip and a quick video tour. We started at Longton in the south and ended up in Tunstall, which is the closest to our school. How many town halls have you got where you live? We have had 13 in all, but now we've only got 7. Yes, 7. Burslem has 2 town halls. They let us go inside Longton Town Hall. This town hall was nearly knocked down a few years ago. Fenton Town Hall is now a court. We could hardly get a good picture of Stoke Town Hall because it's close to a busy road. Hanley Town Hall is located at the end of a famous Victoria Hall. We had our dinner in the gardens, and then we took panoramas and video and created our audio files about where we were and what we could see. We thought of lots of questions when we were standing in front of the buildings, questions we would probably not have even thought about if we had been sitting in the classroom. In Burslem, we looked at 2 town halls, one of which is a theatre now. In Tunstall, we could tell by the beautiful architecture. This town which had been very rich many years ago.
Here is a lesson for all teachers. Don't do what our teacher did. She left our Wi-Fi connections active as we moved through the towns. Our phones were constantly trying to connect with different wireless networks. By the time we were halfway, our batteries were almost gone. Luckily, we had a tug at Hanley Museum and were able to charge them up again.
What a magic day. It was the hottest day of the year and our coach had no air conditioning. But we didn't notice. We were too busy enjoying ourselves.
My mum said that she lived in Stoke-on-Trent all her life and never been to all the towns in one day. When we got back, we had loads of information to upload to the Wild Knowledge website. So we wrote it all up and did an assembly to the whole school so that we could share where we went and what we saw.
We created an EduBlog website to record our work. We called it Stoke Culture. And then we found a website called Mobisite Galore, and some of us created our own mobile websites. Here are a few of them. Freya has one about celebrities, Megan's is about horses, and mine, Josh's Minted website, is all about everything I find interesting. Finally, our 2 Year 6 class has made up a rap about using the mobile devices. We hope you like it, and thank you very much for listening to us.
Switch that mobile phone off, you!
Sir, that's not too cool to do. I'm doing my homework, can't you see? So kindly stop annoying me.
Don't you argue, do as you're told!
So what's it like to be so old?
I know I'm not being very cool, but don't forget this is a school!
Never mind that paper and pen, I've got something better than them.
Soon we're learning lots of maths, tables, sums and loads of apps.
These mobile phones are so great, I even had to tell my mate. Sir, it's new technology, you can even find out about that tree.
Email the nurse for a plaster on my knee. Warn me mum, I'm coming home for tea.
Text and call should be done at home.
But sir, there's lots to learn with this phone.
On the web I can surf the net. Loads of info for us to get.
Pictures, videos and more to do. Learning all day through. You don't need no paper or pen when you're age 9 or 10.
Switch that mobile on instead!
Sir, you are the greatest head. What a happy school are we? We just love technology. We just love technology. We just love technology. We just love technology.
It's on the video.
Wow, we stopped on 1200. Excellent.
Wow, very, very good. Very, 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 very good. Packmoor, you rock. Okay? You know it, and I know it. So take your seats, and once again, let's give them... Oh, no, wait, stop. Don't take your seats. Take the questions first, and then take the seats. Questions from the judges. You up first?
Yeah, I'm just curious as to why you think it's a teacher's responsibility to turn the Wi-Fi off on the devices when you're using them. But seriously, no. You talked a lot about different ways of using the handheld devices, different ways you could record. You had video, voice recording, photo, drawing, writing text using the keyboard. Which do you prefer using?
They're all just so great that we just can't choose.
Excellent. Good answer. Thank you.
Do you allow to take the devices home as well?
Well, it's up to our head teacher, really, so...
And what's your favourite thing doing on them then?
Well, we create like websites using the mobile devices, and sometimes we can take photos, panoramas. Sometimes we do get a few extra legs and join to them.
Can you decide on what your website's going to be on?
It's just everything I found interesting.
Great. Thank you very much.
Why is it minted?
Yeah,
All right. Why is it minted? Just because of the cool stuff on it?
because it's got Chelsea FC on it.
All right, cool. All right. Okay, once again, Packmoor. Well done, guys.